Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Phileas Frogs and today we're going to taste some IPAs. As you know, we've done a couple of shows and the IPAs have been sucking. So what we're doing now is we've all picked an IPA, a San Diego IPA that we think, or that we know, right? We're all pretty confident we picked. So we've all picked one. None of us know what everybody else picked. And that's basically the premise of this one. Normally we do different styles, all going to be IPAs today. So I'm going to introduce you to guys because something's changed, right? You might have noticed that, right? So we've got Pete down at the end, Mark in the middle, and Natalie. She's been
what happened?
She's been preparing for this show so hard this week that she's drank so much hops. She's like morphed into a white male heathen. So we don't know what's going on, but she is really bummed that she had to miss this show because she is from San Diego and she loves IPAs. It's her favorite style. So she's kind of bummed that she's missing, but we do have a very worthy alternate today. So we have the lead vocalist and guitarist from the global phenomenon that is the Highland Way. We got Mr. Brian Caldwell.
It's such an honor to be here, and not only one of the best micro. No, it's a terrible introduction. one of the best microbrewers.
It'll be great in editing.
Pubs in San Diego, but in the whole of California. Having travelled extensively through California, I always find Indian restaurants and breweries, and the selection in this particular location surpasses many that I've been to.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
You'd think he was getting paid for this, wouldn't you?
But you should know better.
Yeah, you know he's not getting paid. We're quite honoured to have him because he's in the middle, the whole band is in the middle of a 14-venue tour of East County bingo halls. It's called the Blue Rinse World's Tour. And he took his time to come and join us today to do that. But anyway, he is, as you can tell, speaks weird, right? He's got a strange accent.
Speaking of
Kettle call him the pot black, I think, right? So he does have a strange accent. But I'm going to make it really easy for you because as he tastes his way through these two beers, he's literally going to say one of two things. First one he's going to say is, it's a brilliant wee drop. And that, if you don't speak out of Hebrides, that means he liked it. And if he doesn't like it, we all know what he's going to say, right? If it's not Scottish, it's crap. So, welcome Brian to the show. Anyway, we've got our first beer. Like I said, all San Diego IPAs. We're going to resolve the issue that San Diego still makes good IPAs. Alright, so our first IPA is from the right honourable gentleman down on the end, Mr.
Amen.
Pete. So this is what he considers to be San Diego's best IPA.
Have you heard on it?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I spent the last week researching this dedicatedly.
You know what'd be funny though, if we all brought the same IPA? That would be hilarious.
Yes.
You know what? I brought it back up just in case.
You brought it back
mine
up?
was
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, I thought we were only going to have four because Natalie
Right.
submitted her choice.
Oh, she
So
did
I got
already?
that one, right?
Oh.
And then I give Brian, as he was coming, he was kind of like, late notice, and I says, hey, if you want to bring a good IPA down, San Diego based, bring it down. So he did. So we actually have 5 to do today.
Oh, excellent.
But anyway, anyone tasted it? Anyone got any opinions?
I think it's great.
Well, there you go. He thinks it's great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's nice and balanced. That's why I picked it. It's got just light fruity notes, I think.
Does
Not much of a
anyone
nose.
think it's a little malt forward? Like in the realms of a double?
You're talking like I know what that means. it's either going to be good or it's going to be shit.
I told you, he's going to say one of two things. I
good.
said that at the
This is good.
I said that at
And
the
it's
top of
not
the
good,
show.
it's shite. You know, like, that's it. you
I
know?
did say that at the top of the show.
yeah.
One of two things.
It's either.
So this is the brilliant redrop.
Aye, this is good. This is
The
good.
brilliant redrop.
This is alright.
Yeah, I do like it actually. I think we all like it, right? Oh, Mark, you haven't said anything yet?
I like it. No, I was thinking it tastes more like a double as well, but
Yeah.
on the opposite end, on the finish, because it has like a bitterness on the finish, that makes it taste more like a double.
Well, you know Pete didn't go to school, right? So he might not have followed the instructions. This could well be a double.
This is not. I had a double picked. And, and it got nixed. I was told I could not bring a double.
Yeah, no doubles for
And
this
so I had
show.
to go to the second choice.
All right, cool.
The only one thing that I've discovered over the many years of doing this kind of tasting
Yep.
is that you really can't decide until you have at least 3/4 of a pint.
That's right.
And I'm not exact. I'm not
No, no,
joking.
no.
Because it's only then you decide, I want another one,
Yeah.
or you don't want
Or
another.
it's too chewy or too sweet or
But-
too
but-
whatever. Yeah.
But this far down, I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
good. There's
yeah.
a new,
Some of
like-
them just get too
yeah.
chewy, don't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially,
yeah.
especially if it's a double
I like
IPA.
that term, chewy. That's a good
Oh, it's
description.
very technical
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Oh, we're full of them on this show.
That's right.
But you know, no, the reason I think it works too.
Well,
It
because
makes sense.
if you feel
It's
like
like-
you need
it's
a
like,
glass
oh,
of water, then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I always say if you need to drink water in between beers, other than because you're some kind of hydrating maniac, but if you just need to do it to, if you, I know, like, get behind the curtain with that water, dude. But I just feel if you need to drink water because of the
Yeah.
beer affecting your blood, it's probably not the right beer for you. It might still be a great beer, but it might not be suited to you. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I think it's delicious. It's a good one.
Let's bring it out of the bag. Who wants to do the others? Well, we'll let the new guy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's your beer. You
No,
bring
no,
it.
yeah. Well, I tell you,
'Cause you already
I
know
looked
what it
at a
is.
lot of small brewers. I tried to find something,
Right.
and I had to go back.
No way.
Ah,
Oh, that's
Really
surprising.
balanced
We
points,
bagged the
Sculpin.
shit out of that 2 shows ago. Remember we had this whole thing about Sculpin changing. Wow, hey, well done, Ballast Point. They got
Ballast
back on
Point.
track.
That tastes good.
Yeah, I still
'Cause
think it's a bit malty, but
I
it's a,
remember.
I could drink this. I could drink a few of these.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you want to be, right? You want to be able to pound a few down.
I used to drink a lot of that. I
Is
say,
this-
I say a lot. It was like one of my go-to beers. And then at one point, it
That's
started
what Brian was
tasting-
saying.
We had a whole show on it, dude.
Yeah.
This show went into
changed.
this like Ballast Point fucking
it
moment.
really
Well, I think they listened to you, and they
Yeah, they
immediately-
changed the. No, I mean this is good. I mean it's literally been off my radar because it got so bad
Right.
a few years ago,
Yeah,
right? It got
no,
so
I
bad.
remember it, yeah.
Everyone just stopped drinking it. So I don't know if you fixed it or you got a different brewer in or whatever, but
But cheers to Ballast Point.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's our first one, and it got doxed. That's good. We let it out of the brown paper bag. Disgrace. That's pretty good. All right, that was our first beer, straight out of the bag, Sculpin. Bit of a surprise to me, I got to be honest. But we have another one, another IPA, another San Diego IPA. So this is our second beer. I'll open it for him because he's got delicate nails because he's a guitarist.
I'll get delicate fists because of because I'm sitting next to Jordy.
I'm still finishing up the Sculpin.
Rookies.
yeah.
Rookie pour.
So
I'm
thumbs
gonna
up
do
for
mine
Ballast Point. Now we're doing our second beer.
Practice.
This one's Mark's beer. Well, at least you hold an order down the table. Well, actually, the first one in his place will be Natalie's, and then
Right.
we'll do mine, and then we'll do his because he joined the
Oh,
show.
see,
That was-
now,
that was
so
a
now,
practice
now
for
this guy is obviously Dutch. You see, at least 2 fingers worth of head. At least 2 fingers worth of head. Echt een Nederlander.
You saying I get more head?
you need more head.
I think we all need more hands. Come on, San Diego! We all need more hands! All right, anyone had a go at this yet?
All right.
This is our second IPA, San Diego IPA.
Got a fruity nose to it.
It's got a little bit of funk in there too, right? Stony fruits, maybe. I wouldn't be a fan of the nose, to be honest, but let's see where we end up on this. It's a bit cloudy for me as well, right? Is this a bit cloudy
It
for
is,
people?
it is a bit.
Not too pineapple
So is it.
Pineapple, so it's fruity. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, there's a
Actually, you know what? This
funk in
this
there.
actually tastes like something that I'm familiar with. That I know.
Jizz. Oh, by the way, I know I shouldn't have to.
I'm only half a beer in. And the conversation is already below the gutter.
This has an R plus rating. This video, by the way. I want you to.
So this is Mark's. We'll leave Mark to last on this one. Pete, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a little funkiness. It's pretty nice though. It's slightly more bitter, I think. Slightly light, but it's slightly bitter.
It's as light as it looks, but it's got
Yeah.
that kind of good quality bitterness, right? That you
Yeah.
want in an IPA.
Right.
West
Yeah,
Coast
the hops
IPA,
are,
yeah,
the hops
yeah.
are forward on
I
this.
think I don't like the nose. I said that at the beginning. I don't like the nose, and I really don't like the appearance. But that it's refreshing, right? And yet it's still got a good bitterness on the back. So I don't know. Maybe it's like way better balanced than I'm used to on hops. Because most people who like hops, they just want hops, right? And this one's probably a little bit more well balanced. I think I like it though. What do you reckon, Brian?
I enjoy it because I could have one of them.
Okay.
I could tell this is one like if I've
It's
come
a one
if I-
and done?
Yeah, if I've come in from a bike ride and I'm all hot and thirsty, and I want something, it's like it's got a nice fruitiness to it. It's a little, but I think after I've had one, I can tell I'd be okay. I'm done with that. Let's move on to another one. That's my own.
Yeah, I
Impression.
can see that.
Yeah, it is more fruit forward, I think.
Maybe some of that bitterness that I was referring to is coming from like that mid palate, like citrus.
Yeah.
Like a strong zest,
Exactly.
like
I think
citrus
it's
zest,
the
right?
citrus is where that's coming from.
And I don't like citrus. I've said it many times before. I really don't like citrus in my beer, but I think it's good.
I don't think it's citrus.
You don't think it is?
I think
You think it's
something
hops?
else.
You think it's
no,
hops?
No, I think. Well, I don't know, but it doesn't seem because I do enjoy the citrus ones.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not. This one is like.
Okay.
I wouldn't want another one. I'd like one.
Well,
that
I can tell you, I think this has about half a dozen hops, and Citra's
Citra's one of
the
them,
first
yeah.
one. Yeah.
And usually, as they lay the hop bill out, the most would be the first beer, the next, and then the last one would be the like little traces or whatever. You know what I mean? That's kind of how they do it. So,
That's what I like about this one is it's a little bit more complex, where you taste something at the beginning, and then something different in the middle, and then something different at the end.
yeah.
And let's face it, every beer tastes different.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But then again, we've tasted some shit beers.
Oh, dude, well, shit IPAs for sure.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is our fourth show. The first three shows we had an IPA on every show, and none of them got out of the bag.
And those
Like,
are our
and
favorites.
it was basically like unanimous across the board. It was like 4 thumbs down, and that's why we come up with the concept of this show was to just bring in IPAs from San Diego, because I mean San Diego's still got a great reputation. I think it's way off the mark than it used to be,
Yeah.
but so far San Diego, Ballast Point, that surprised me, man. Sculpin, and then whatever this is, I would give this thumbs up. I might lean towards what Brian was saying in the fact that I don't think I could crush like 6 or 10 or 12 or whatever in an afternoon,
It's a thumbs up for me.
All right.
I mean, yeah.
Marky Mark?
Oh yeah, it's a thumbs up. For me.
Oh, well, you brought it. Of course it's a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Are you, I mean,
No,
finished
it's
it?
a thumbs up.
Oh, it's still a thumbs up.
No, like I said, it was I'd drink one of them.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Yes.
believe me, if it was a thumbs down, I would have had
You
a
wouldn't
sip
have
and
drank
put
it.
it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that.
We've done it. We've
Yeah,
done
right,
it
right.
where we all have this much left
Yeah.
and we're all
Oh.
pushing it forward.
But
I-
Pete's funny because every time I talk to Pete about it, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't say much and he just pushes it further. And then the end is like all the way over there. It's like kind of funny. It's like I must be a subconscious thing. He's like, no, I don't like it. I'm like, so what don't you? I just don't like it. It's quite funny.
You've been to the Blues of Palooza.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, I haven't. Up in the.
Oh, yeah, so
I-
that's one of these perfect examples where when you don't like it, it's just
Yeah,
move on to the next
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I've done that,
Yeah,
so
for sure,
it's just like this.
Life's too short to drink shit beer.
Right, absolutely.
But like you said earlier, it's hard to tell from a splash. Like if I go someplace
Yeah.
and they offer me a splash, I said no, just give me a pint because I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
tell from a
That's-
splash.
Yeah.
What the problem with IPAs, of course, is that when you start drinking more than a splash, after
I
a
know.
few, all right.
Well, they're a little stronger,
Gotta
right? I
pace
mean,
yourself.
they
Yeah.
generally start at that 6.5, 7, 7.5,
Yeah, it is pretty strong.
and then you get into the doubles, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the alcohol
it is.
usually isn't a factor for me. I just drink them slow. I'm, but that's even more important that the beer needs to be good, because if you drink slow like I do, and it starts to warm up,
Yeah.
then it really needs to be good when it's warm.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
And if you don't like the last couple of mouthfuls, or the last quarter of the pint, you won't order it again. And that's just basic fucking brewing, right? I mean, it's got to be good, because when they give you all the tasting notes, it's not chilled and it's not carbonated. And they're like, oh yeah, this is exactly when they talk about all these notes, and I'm like, I don't get any of that shit. But because it's too chilled and it's too carbonated. You know what I mean? So
Over in Scotland, they started or this was a few years ago.
The
They
real
started
ales?
selling Guinness chilled and then extra.
Oh,
chilled.
they do it in
and
the
I
chilled.
have this theory why they do that. Because
You drink it quicker?
Because it's an acquired taste, and they want to get youngins into drinking Guinness, and Guinness can be kind of for the first timers.
yeah.
They make it freezing cold, so they don't really
Sure.
taste it properly, so that they can get used to it. So by the time they do get into drinking, just a few.
By the
They
time
do that with all the
warms up
lagers
enough,
in England.
yeah.
I mean, lagers fucking outsell anything in England, right? And they do it with all the lagers. And you'll have you basically have like Colin Black, right? Colin Black label, and then you'll have Colin Black label extra. And it's like colder. It's literally just colder. And this isn't, I'm not leading into this bullshit that the Brits drink warm beer, because we don't. We did when there was no refrigeration. Get that out of your head, America. We don't drink warm beer, we never fucking have, right? We only drank warm beer because there was no refrigeration. And the Brits literally want the beer ice cold, because the Brits, I mean, they've got a ton of great beers out there, but the masses in England are putting down 15 pints of lager every night, 7 days a week. And that's what they do. And so it needs to be cold, because lagers in general, aren't that good.
Well, you have to agree with the premise that Brian drinks slowly occasionally, and I'm not sure I'm going to go with that.
I'm a slow drinker! I'm a slow drinker! Thank you, Jake. Alright, we'll open this one. What the fuck, she taped it or something? Oh, she taped it, that's what's going on. Oh, look at that! It's called Strauss's new one, but it's not new anymore. But they had a Tower 10.
That's right. Yeah.
Tower X. Yeah, hey, it came out of the bag, that's all that counts. I think me and you were both
what
kind
is
of
it?
like this, right? Would you,
Tower
was
X.
that fair for you?
Tower X.
You were like, maybe not. Because I don't, you said you don't think you could drink a few of these. You said you could only have one.
Yeah.
Well, there are plenty of beers that I
Cause-
like, and I will only have one of them.
Yeah.
And one's enough.
But you still like it, yeah.
But I
yeah,
still
yeah,
like it, yeah.
Right.
The can says crisp,
wasn't bad.
crisp, which it was, pine, which would give you that hoppy bitterness, right?
Yeah.
And then the citrus, which we all got. I think we all got the citrus, right? So I think, like for what they're selling, it delivered. Crisp, pine, citrus.
I have to admit that I crammed right before this. So an hour before, I tasted 4 different IPAs.
Oh, really? You know what?
And-
You had 2 weeks to do this, by the way.
It's been a busy 2 weeks.
Crammed.
No, but they all tasted. I liked them all.
Right.
So I wanted to pay homage to Carl Strauss, because they are like the granddaddy of
Yeah,
San
he's-
Diego brewing.
Oh, yeah,
The
absolutely.
first brewery to open up in San Diego after Prohibition.
Yeah.
First brewery on down on Columbia Street. Still
Yeah,
there.
I know.
It's still there, right?
Yeah.
Carl's long gone, but because Carl used to be the head brewer, and now it's Paul Segura. But anyway, cheers, Paul. We got out the bag and we all enjoyed it. 2 thumbs up for Tower X IPA. We're 2 for 2, right? I don't think we're gonna get a bad one here today. So this one is not Brian's. Brian's in Natalie's seat. So right now this is Natalie's choice. Then we're gonna do my choice, and then Brian happened to bring one too, so we'll do Brian's at the end.
Natalie picked a bigger one. As
Oh, look
Natalie
at that!
would.
Is it thinner though?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's not. Oh, she picked a tall boy.
Yeah,
Yes.
tall boy. That'd be Natalie.
We know what Natalie's preferences are.
I think she's trying to give us a hint here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One thing I'll say about today's show, none of us will be tasting sunshine or frowns because Natalie's not here. Hi, Natalie!
Cheers, Natalie.
We still love you.
Cheers.
These IPAs are awesome. You're missing out, man.
This comes in as the urine test. A second one.
Another one. I like the color on this. Actually, this is what I kind of like to look up.
Yeah, I peed
and I can
that
see
color.
through it. It does look like like you're barely on the cusp of a kidney infection.
Yes.
But no, I mean it's it looks good. It's still a tad cloudy now. I put it to the light. Still a tad cloudy for me. I like the So one of the places I really like going to was Rough Draft, and from day one, his rookiest day of being a brewer in San Diego against all the big boys, his beers were clarified to perfection. And I loved it, and they still had great flavor and everything else. They've since sold. I forget what happened with them, but I was just chatting to him the other day, and he's sold. He's just moving on to a new adventure. You know what I mean?
I think with the proliferation of hazies, brewers are not as afraid to have a little
Cloudiness, maybe that could be
You
true.
know, just because it's not a it used to be.
They don't want to.
this is
They don't want
cloudy.
to alienate
This
the
is
hazy guys,
nasty.
right?
Yeah, but now
Fuck
that there are
hazies.
hazies, I don't think. Yeah, they see that people drink hazies. They go, well, a little haze is not going to kill us.
Right.
You
Do you
know.
like hazies? Do you typically? Or would you shut-
but let's do some drinking, less talking.
Oh, all right. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like to see everyone's reactions. So this is Natalie's. All right, Natalie's.
I've already
she's
had
not
2
here.
sips of this. Yeah.
Oh, this is very nice.
It is very nice. Yeah.
Good one, yeah. That was an easy first taste.
Yeah.
It's not a typical West Coast IPA though. It reminds me more of like an East Coast IPA because it's a little more malty.
There's definitely a malt backbone in there that's still like right in the flavor profile.
But it's very smooth, easy to drink.
I don't know. Like I'll let me have another couple of mouthfuls. I don't dislike it, but sometimes when it hits your palate and you finish, you get through the aftertaste. I don't want to ever feel like, you know what I mean? Like I want to. And
Who does?
I know, but there's hops out there that actually do. Like obviously we know
Oh,
which
yeah.
ones, right? I have a feeling, man. This one might have.
Uh-oh.
This one might have it in there. It might be Idaho 7. It might be Mosaic. It might be in there. But sometimes you get Simcoe and Amarillo together, and that kind of like gets a little bit nasty too. So I don't know. Let me
Well, they
taste
might
it.
have thrown a little bit at the end.
Yeah, it could
too.
be.
might
It could be.
just, you know.
You know? Well, the can's so big, it's got to have like the entire recipe on the fucking back of it, right?
And the story that goes with it.
And the story.
How,
Yeah.
they mixed in some dung from some creature on the South American plains,
Oh.
and fermented it in and all that.
Well, have you had
I've
the
had some
McKellar one?
Right.
McKellar basically make like an imperial stout, right? And what they do is they feed weasels with coffee beans.
Oh, here we go.
It's fucking true, all right?
Yes,
This is like
it is.
it's true.
It is absolutely true.
But this is
That's
like
the coffee.
This is the coffee. Still, there's a coffee. There's a coffee that you can buy.
Yes.
The
Yes.
bean. The bean is used. It has to have gone through.
Yes, no, that's McKellar. They make a beer with it, and it's
They make
fucking
a
beer.
beer
with the beans
It's
after they come
delicious.
through. Yes.
He thinks it's like an urban legend, you know what I mean?
No.
That's because he still used Netscape to surf the internet.
He thinks it's shite, but it's delicious.
Ah, he thinks
I
it's
thought it was
like.
only would you call it? I thought I didn't realize
You
it
thought it
was
was an
using it
urban
for.
legend?
No, I didn't realize you're using it for making beer as well.
yeah,
I knew they're using it for making coffee.
Yeah.
And it's an expensive coffee.
Yeah, no, it is.
The
yeah,
most
yeah.
Well,
expensive coffee.
Well, McKellar is not cheap either. Specifically, that one is not cheap.
Well, it's
but
like-
yeah, I mean, and they harvest the shit and make the beer out of it. You know what I mean? Now, if you've ever had mushrooms in a drink, right? You usually have crunchy bits in there. That's literally cow shit.
I got a really bad cough. I feel like-
Have you guys seen the Hok Tui chick on the internet? Have you seen
Who
that
hasn't?
one?
Do it.
Who hasn't?
So well, these two haven't, right? So I'm going to
Yeah.
tell the story real quick. While we take our time to drink this delicious IPA. So, there's these guys do a podcast and they go on out of town on a Friday night, it's like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, and they talk to hot chicks, right? And ask them like questions where they know that chick's gonna say something stupid, right? And it's just like clickbait, right? This one chick, and she's quite a good looking girl, right? Probably like in her early 20s, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
And so like they basically ask her, "Hey, what's that one move in the bedroom that drives a guy nuts?" And she just doesn't bat an eyelid. She's just like she goes, "Oh yeah, you just gotta go Hok Tui and just spit on that thing." You know what I mean? And it's like it's gone absolutely fucking viral, dude, right? I feel really bad for her dad, you know what I mean?
Right, yes.
Hopefully she's like an orphan or something. If she wasn't an orphan, she probably is now, you know? But she was on the internet for a little while after it, but then all of a sudden, fucking even Elon Musk's Starlink can't find her, you know what I mean? Like, she has gone off the internet, dude. But she should embrace that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even her friend was like, because there's two of them standing there, and her friends all like, and she's like, I can't believe you just said that.
No, but her friends are cracking up too.
Oh, I know.
Sure
But
they
you
were.
see though, they're like, oh, holy shit. But no, so like the Hockatui chick, the guys have written country songs about it and everything. It's fucking all over the internet, dude. You know what I mean? You got to upgrade from Netscape and that dial-up modem you have up in the hills. You know what I mean?
Coming from the man that asked me, how do you set up a microphone?
I don't think it's just Elon Musk Starlink. I think it's Elon Musk himself is looking for her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure, man.
I like this one.
You know, it's
I like
getting
it too.
better.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know what it is about this seat, but anytime we like start going down like the rabbit hole of just degradation and
You're the one
everything
who
else,
starts it?
this seat
Oh.
is always the one who tries to put us back on track. Natalie's always like, yeah, but I do really like this beer.
Yes.
He's literally taking up the mantle
Yes,
of Natalie.
yes.
He's like, let's not talk about like spitting on dicks and shit. you know?
Yes. Yeah, so Brian's going, so you like it up the back. And then Natalie's going, so this has got a nice nose to it.
She's a trooper though. She handles
Oh,
it
she
really,
holds her
really
up.
well.
She holds her
Oh,
up.
hell yes.
Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna spit on it, but she holds her up.
We'll have to ask her next time. A whole lot of hot.
We all like it. Let's get it out of the
I
bag.
like it.
Who wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do the honors? This was Natalie's.
This is Natalie's. I would love
So you have to
to.
tape in the bag.
Boy, yeah, she's doing
Tape in
good.
the bag.
And the winner is
Oh,
Swami.
Swami's. Oh, excellent.
Do you have an idea?
Swami.
No, it's
No
just-
idea.
It's
No
just,
idea.
guess what? Guess what I have at home at the moment in my fridge.
A bunch of this.
Yeah. I
Guess
love
what
it.
my
I love
backup-
it.
Is it girthy like this?
No, I don't get the wee one.
Ah, you got the wee ones. You're Scottish though.
No,
You're Scottish though. That's normal.
I don't need a big one.
Ah!
Congratulations.
I don't
Pizza
have
Port.
to.
Yeah, pizza port.
I don't
Yeah.
have to make
very
up for
good.
any.
Any
Issues.
cuisine. Yeah. Swami's in the house, baby. And this is, just so everybody knows, 19.2 ounce. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, no, that's a big can.
They're a San Diego OG brewer also.
I actually nearly picked up.
Yeah, they are. So actually, you know the thing about you got Pizza Port and Port started together. Then they separated. Now they're back together again. But I think Pizza Port is the only entity, which is a shame. But I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the everyone's going to correct me. But correct me if I'm wrong, because Lost Abbey is by far my favorite brewery that's ever been in San Diego. And Tommy Arthur has made some incredible beers. Angel Share springs to mind.
It's-
He makes
it's not
great
there
sours for
anymore.
people who like sours.
The bag.
But
bag.
anyway,
Yeah.
Pizza Port,
Pizza
very
Port.
good.
I nearly picked one up.
Swami's?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Swami's has always been solid though.
It's good, yeah.
It is really good.
It's the
man.
one. It was my go-to from Trader Joe's.
Right. I'm glad you
No
drank
more
that.
for Pete. No more.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Pete.
yeah. Well,
It's really good with pizza too.
Right. Pete basically gets through the third beer and it all goes to shit. You know what I mean? Like. All right, that was our third beer. So far, we have absolutely nailed this. Pete's came out of the bag.
1, 2.
Mark's came out of the bag. Natalie came out of the bag. He's going to come out of the closet later, but that's for a different video. Oh, you're on first, and I'll finish this. But anyway, so 3 for 3, and that's what I was hoping, because I was just like really kind of despondent that the IPAs we were having on our show just sucked so bad. I mean, we're getting 4 thumbs down. That's not right. Not in San Diego. But anyway,
We were telling people to bring your best, and they were bringing it in.
yep.
And if that
Now,
was
in
their
fairness,
best,
not many of them were actually San Diego, though, were they?
well, you're right. Some of them weren't San Diego.
Well, this is actually just to put San Diego back where they should be, because, I mean, to be honest, though, none of them so far have been, like, outstanding, right? They've all been very, very good.
Yeah.
Which is what the low bar was like 10, 12 years ago. The low bar was like very, very good. Is like, and you could go anywhere in San Diego and get an IPA from San Diego, and it was literally this good. And every once in a while you come across one that was like far superior. I haven't seen that yet, and I'm not taking anything away from any of the IPAs we had today so far. They're all excellent.
But we're restricting it to straight IPAs, not doubles or triples.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of that's
yeah.
almost kind of cheating, in terms of
Yeah, I think you get a double in amongst this, it would automatically be like,
absolutely.
unless
There are a couple of
unless you don't
doubles
like
that I
double
really
IPAs, right? We 3 do. Do you like doubles, Brian? Do you, is
Yeah,
that,
but the trouble is you can't just
you can't drink much of
can't
them,
drink,
right?
You have one or two and you're done.
Yeah. So if
do
you're in
like-
prison, it's perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
I would know.
I haven't.
I would know.
Oh, you would know. I haven't.
Are you on the other hand?
I haven't mentioned the toilet hooch for a while. I think I don't think I did in the last one. The toilet hooch.
Whoa,
So
okay, please. I have no idea what the toilet
Well,
hooch
you're
is.
supposed to have
Please,
watched the video.
Please enlighten me on the toilet hooch.
So they make beer out of orange skin and shit into the toilets in the prisons, right? And they swap it for cigarettes and shit.
This is what Brian does to put you off your third drink.
This is what I do to put.
Unfair disadvantage.
This is what I do to put people off basic counting because we're on our fourth right now.
Oh, it's fourth. That's right. See, it works. It works.
You know, there is
Mac has
almost,
never been his strong point. He's Scottish after all, you know what I mean?
there's almost no nose to this. I don't
Yeah,
know
you don't get a whole lot of information from the aroma.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Wow.
Now, whose beer? Who's
That's
choice
mine.
with it? This
That's
is
a
your
bold
choice?
flavor with such little aroma.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
Yeah. I mean, I could give you a cup of coffee with cigarettes put out in it right now, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome, dude.
Oh, it's B-R.
I mean, this is my choice. This is my choice. I hope they like it. It'd be funny if they're all 3 thumbs down. They should have all coordinated, and they should have all gone thumbs down on my pick. That would be hilarious.
Well, this is your pick, right?
Edit out the 4 beer, third beer thing.
Brian, this is
Oh no, that's gonna be like,
Highlight.
that's gonna be the thumbnail, dude.
This may be our fourth, only because it's our
Philly's
fourth
fault.
beer, but this is
Scotsman
not-
can't
Yeah.
It's going to be the headlines
Yeah,
on the
you're gonna have to
website.
shut up down there.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm not saying this may be our fourth beer, and I think you planned it that way, but it's. I must say it's not bad.
Not bad at all, man.
Not bad
I haven't even
at
tasted
all,
it yet.
yeah.
It's my beer. I know I'm gonna like it unless they've changed the recipe in a while.
See if he spits it out. Look out.
Oh, now see, man.
Semen? Really? That's the first thing out of your mouth?
Just so you
Semen?
know, I said, I'm gonna put it on the screen. What I literally
He's the
just
hot
said.
Dewey girl.
I said, "Oh, see, man," and then they all jumped on it. Didn't get to finish my sentence. Oh, see, man, that's a good IPA right there.
Backpedaling.
That's a good IPA.
Backpedaling. We know what he likes the taste
Yo
of.
ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Yes. Here's the semen for Brian.
This is what I want out of an IPA.
No.
There's not an excessive amount of. I still think it's a little cloudy for what I want.
Well, they've all been cloudy.
And they all have, right? But I like clarification to do its job and come out a little bit better than that as far as clarity. But flavor-wise, I can feel it's got a bite, right? I can feel it's got a bite. I can feel it's got hops. I can feel it's balanced out with the malts because there's definitely a backbone in this of malts, right? I don't know. You guys talk because I do know what the beer is. So you
No,
guys
you're
talk.
right. I think kind of like when we went to Sculpin. It has a little malty backbone to it, which I think adds a familiarity that, from beers of the past. But then the hoppiness, the forward hoppiness, makes it a very drinkable beer.
Very good, very good.
I'm going to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer.
All right.
So, it's very drinkable. Yeah, every beer that we've
had so far has been
so far,
good, yeah.
very drinkable. But it's not multi-dimensional like the beers of the past that would really go, wow, like especially Sculpin. Sculpin had like so many things going on that you're like, wow, this is incredible. And now they're all kind of, and it might be, just I'm getting older and I don't recognize, but they're all kind of like muted. Like if you have like this dynamic range, like first time you listen to a CD that has great dynamic range, and you hear like everything, you're like, wow, the lows are so low and the highs are so high, and then you listen to some kind of crappy system where everything is compressed and kind of dulled out. That's why I feel. That's how I feel like. I mean, this is still good, but it's kind of dulled out.
Do you think that could be because we have been on the ride of the craft beer scene in San Diego, and we're way more educated now and way more.
Oh, that's a distinct
I
possibility.
think that's
Back
exactly.
then, we got wowed by fucking anything, to be honest.
I think that's it. You know, when you tasted back then, you went, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And now we've had a generation of brewers.
We literally have had a generation
Yes.
of brewers.
And you know, and our taste buds have now, you know, if we would have drank this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we would have went, "Oh!"
Well,
and now it's just kind of.
interesting you say that. So when I drink beer and the guys are drinking beer on a regular basis, Thursday night. But what we found is, like you just described, our threshold for what is now a good beer has changed dramatically. You know, what we originally thought was, oh yes,
We're very snobbish now, huh?
Yeah, you kind of got.
We try not to be, but
Right,
we
right.
are.
But it's just because
We've been spoiled.
Yeah, it was
We've been
so much different beer out there.
But this is my profile right here. This is like, I don't have too much citrus. It's not too light. If I want to drink a light beer, I'll drink a fucking lager, right? But this drinks really well. I feel it on the palate. I feel, as soon as it hits my tongue, I know I'm drinking a beer, right? A fucking man's beer, right? I'm drinking it, like, you know, and then mid palate, I get all what I need. And then I'll just talk to you guys because you're the only ones who are listening. You can't turn me off.
It's like keep one hand over the table there.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
It's like poker, both hands on it.
I think it's a little thicker though. I'm
Yes,
not sure.
It's
It's not
chewy.
a.
Would
I
you
can drink it all day.
to coin one of my phrases? It's chewy. Is it chewy enough that you could think this is a double? No.
I can almost think this is a double.
Okay.
Almost like the Sculpin, you know, and again because I think that's a compliment because
Yeah, I think it is
the
too.
complexity is in the beer,
Yeah.
not in the alcohol content, and so that means
And
that they've worked hard.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was going to say. They basically balanced out all the hops, so not one of them is really like coming out like the citrus ones. Then one of them is popping out really hard, right?
Right, yeah.
And I actually don't want that. I don't care if they're in there. If they balance it out, and I don't have, it's like instantly when it hits your palate, I don't want to taste bad. Mid palate, I don't want to taste bad, and certainly aftertaste, I don't want to taste bad, right?
Right.
And if any one of those hit, I'm not going to drink that beer again. That's kind of the way I look at it, right? And most of them have been really solid today, and this is what I chose as San Diego's best IPA.
I think this is coming out of the bag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
100%.
Oh, yeah,
definite
yeah.
thumbs
Yeah.
up.
No,
Well, I'm glad you guys didn't collaborate and all just decide to go thumbs down on the beer
Because
that
it's
I
fine.
picked. You know what I mean?
No, I'm grudgingly giving you a thumbs up on
They've all
this.
been good. Yeah, they've all been good. Hey, they've all been good. San Diego still makes good IPAs, baby.
Can I open the
Absolutely,
bag?
yeah.
Did the big reveal.
Well, I know what it is, right?
Oh, Mongo.
Mongo.
Mongo's a
That's another
double.
pizza port.
Mongo's a double.
Double.
It was your rules and you
8%.
broke your own rules.
This guy just wants to get me drunk to take advantage of me.
Son
I
of a
know this
bitch.
guy. He's like, that's what all this semen and
Dude, I've
shaking
drank
around
so
the
much
table and all
mango,
that.
I can't believe it's a double.
I had a double all ready to bring, but no.
So that's the second pizza port.
So the
It
man,
is the
the
same
man
pizza. Hey,
who
pizza
sets
bar,
the
we love you
rules,
guys.
the man that sets the rules breaks the rules.
Oh man, that's like being government right now.
Double.
Oh, I gotta apologize.
Some bitch.
Yes, you should apologise.
You know, we gotta tell our little story, Mark. We gotta tell our story, right?
Here's a little story.
Before you start, let me reiterate what Peter said at the end. You know, the thing that makes this taste so good and makes it so special is the fact that it's not a double.
And yet
the
it
flavour
tastes
comes
like
through
one.
just on it, even though it does taste like a double. Remember that minute ago?
I have drank so much mango in my time that I swear to God, I just thought it was like what everybody drinks, 8%. No, it's crazy. I can't believe I picked the double. And I set the rules. That's hilarious though. But hey, you know what, man? Alright, well, we can't really
We
count
still
this
enjoyed
one.
it. No, we still
Oh, we
enjoyed
all loved it. We could have any double on here. We'd all like it though. I literally made the rule you couldn't bring a double in, because like doubles would be all.
Because they brought it double in.
Yeah. But look at that, they all loved it.
And he's criticising me for not being able to count.
I can't read.
It's
Oh, that's
amazing how
hilarious.
often cheaters win.
Ah,
You should be a politician.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Cheater, cheater.
Phileas Fogg for man. Oh, state
cheater.
governor. Phileas Fogg for governor. First.
No.
All right, man. So what we've got is we've got 4 out of the bag. Even though one of them was like a cheater. And that was
Thank you, Brian.
It was like completely on me. I'm so familiar with Mongo. I forgot it was a double. I just went there. But here's a funny story. Here's a funny story because
Funny.
literally,
Funny.
funny. It's gonna be funny.
Funny. I better be funny now.
Maybe ironic. Maybe just ironic.
You know what ironic means?
I know how to.
Wow,
That's a big word for an Englishman.
A Geordie. I had no idea Geordie knew what ironic meant. Apparently you look up ironic in the dictionary, and his face comes up.
Oh.
So the irony of this is, I was teasing Mark earlier that he had 2 weeks to plan his beer selection for today's show, right? I had the same 2 weeks, and I own a bar, and I've got so much more access than any of these guys to distributors and reps and everybody else, right? I bought my beers for this show at the same shop as Mark did, and we bought them like half an hour before the show.
But wait, who bought theirs first?
He got there first, right? So I walked in. I was in a hurry. I walked in, and I'm gonna give them a shout out, right? So just like less than a mile down the road, there's a very, very, very good liquor store called Distillers. It's right next to the Swan Final, right? Anyway, I walk in there, and I'm in a hurry, right? I'm in a hurry, and I go, hey, where's your IPA selection? And he goes, it's right there in the middle. I was okay, and I just happened to mumble out. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for an old school West Coast San Diego IPA. And he goes, oh, you don't happen to know a guy who drives a Lucid, do you? And I knew it was this motherfucker, right? I goes, oh, was Mark just here? He goes, yeah, he just left. He was like, you beat me by about, I don't know, 3 minutes or something. So that's hilarious, man. But that's how much preparation goes into these shows, just so you know. Like, Pete spent like the last 2 weeks like having family tastings of IPAs and everything else, right? And literally spent like hours and hours and hours tasting IPAs, which is never a bad thing, let's be honest, right? But me and him rush into the only liquor store we know that's worth going to in these parts. That's Distillers, by the way. But anyway,
and I got them beat. I got a phone call this morning, or a text this morning at about, was it 10, 11 o'clock? Hey Brian, can you fancy coming down? Okay. So I popped in on the drive down.
Yeah, right.
did you go to Distillers?
No.
That would be hilarious.
Actually, if I'd known it was there.
Well,
Yeah. Well, that's like you coming up the freeways, which on that side.
Yeah, you're all son of a bitches.
Yeah.
So we're gonna taste our 5th beer.
Yes, we are. Well, so we've
This
got
was-
1, 2.
This is yours, right, Brian?
No,
Yes.
this is his now.
yes.
Yeah. So we got 4 beers out of the bag. We got 1 more to taste. Let me pull you on. All right, so we're on the 5th beer. Brian, on the last minute, decided to grab his favorite IPA, and we're just throwing that in there. We were only planning on doing 4, but we have this one. Let's taste it. I think I know what it is already, to be honest.
It's delicious. That's surprising, you know.
It is delicious.
But it does have an unfair advantage because it is the 5th one.
It is the 5th one, and that
And
means
it's going to be great.
anyway. I think we're doing a beer tasting show.
I'm on.
Cheers! So, any?
I cannot wait to watch the outcuts.
The outputs are the best.
It's got a nice, it's a very hoppy nose.
Hoppy
I
nose?
think, yeah.
This tastes very familiar.
But it's got a pretty subtle flavor. It's not as hoppy as from the nose as I would think when I drink it.
This is another good one. I could drink another one of these.
Yeah.
You can drink this
Yeah.
one after the other.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the nose, to be honest, but I'm pretty certain we've had this today. Actually, I'm like pretty certain we've had this today. But I'm not gonna be. I'm not 100%. But
This is not.
I mean, I've never had it,
I
but
mean,
it
I guess
is.
they
It
know.
is good. It is good. I like it. I do like it. I think it's still a little bit citrusy for me. That's what I'm getting.
What I'm looking forward to is seeing
Seeing what it is. Well, it's not
seeing
sculpted.
our what we thought before,
Yeah.
and now seeing what we think now.
During the. Just
Like, by
because
the
of
end-
the
by the
color,
end of the-
it is
by the
not
end-
sculpted.
by the
I
end of
can
the-
tell you.
No,
it's
he's
not
fascinated.
sculpted.
He's fascinated by first beer. We're all like,
Right.
last beer we're all like, yeah, you want it. But I don't think we do that.
I don't think we're quite there,
I don't
no.
think we do
No,
that.
we're-
No, I don't
no.
think.
We're still
I mean, we're
analyzing-
only tasting like.
I'm still
hops and stuff.
analyzing the beer.
But anyway, we digress yet again.
Yes, one
Digress. You know, we've got to.
wait.
We got to now have Brian back on the
So
show
I'm
again.
are you saying I need 6 more beers to understand?
Brian,
Yes.
I'm coming back.
Yes.
This is a drinkable beer, and I'm gonna
I like
open
it.
this can.
I like it. I do.
I like it.
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
That's a Swamis in
Yes,
there.
another
Oh, that's a Swamis. So you guys both pick Swamis? No.
Yes.
Oh, the same. She picked Swamis. Natalie's choice was Swamis, and Brian's choice was
This is
Swamis.
And I said I'd drink this.
No, no,
So
this-
we didn't need,
I said I'd drink
You don't
this.
like it now.
No, I said I'd.
we
No, I
didn't
said I
need
would.
Brian at
I
all.
said I would like.
Oh no, you liked the first time, Brian. Too.
Yeah.
No, like, yeah, I like them both.
Yeah, yeah. You like them both? It's the same fucking
I know.
beer.
There we go.
Every time he,
It's actually kind of nice.
Hey, just so you know, every time he went to the toilet, he was basically pissing into this glass for you. You literally are drinking recycled Swamis.
So
No, I think we all liked it though, right?
No,
I
so
can't wait to see the video though. I was
So
all like, oh, it's got no nose and it's got too much citrus. First time I was probably like, I love the nose because it's got no citrus. You guys can say on all you want about nuns, fucking priests and
Yes,
dicks and
right.
everything else.
This is
Did we did double.
let me just reiterate: the only man who's brought up nuns and priests and dicks and things is this guy.
Yeah,
But we get to talk about it.
All right, man.
But why?
Hey, so we had 5 different. Well, we didn't technically. Actually, you know what? We sucked. We sucked at this really because 2 people brought Swamis, and one person
bought a
who
double.
will remain undisclosed brought a fucking double because he's an idiot. So anyway, we had 5 IPAs. That was our challenge today. Each one of us. It turns out it was 5 because Brian took the spot of Natalie, and Natalie threw in Swamis. That was her choice of her favorite San Diego IPA. Turns out also happens to be Brian's. So we had 2 Swamis. We had a Sculpin down on the end. We had a Tower X from Carl Strauss, and then mine kind of doesn't even count because.
No, let's not
Yeah.
split hairs here.
It
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't. The man that organises the thing screws up royally.
You know what though? I gotta be honest, man. In my defense, I typically drink double
No,
IPAs.
there's no defence here. You screwed up. Let's stop backpedaling.
Maybe we'll have to do this again, and none of us can bring the same drinks again. Except I'll just bring Mongo again. Anyway, we tried to do 5 different IPAs from San Diego, some OG stuff that everyone still likes, and we all did. Every single one of the drinks we did today came out of the brown paper bag disgrace. The homeless people are out back right now. They're dying of thirst. I'm just going to hose them down. Because they're not getting anything today. We drank everything today, including the double, which isn't quite fair. I understand that. But I have no excuse.
Apparently he doesn't understand it because he keeps bringing it up. He's just apologising. You cocked up royally.
It's true. But I was the last person to go into the liquor store to buy the IPA. I was in a hurry. I was like, "Where's your IPA section?" He's like, "There." Where? I'm looking for a San Diego, and he's like, "There." And I'm like, "Oh, I love Mongo." Boom, boom. In and out, man. Took the whole transaction. Took about 45 seconds, which is way longer than his sex life.
And anyway, cheers
But
to the
anyway,
IPA.
I'm empty.
here's to San Diego IPAs They're still alive and kicking.
Yeah.
That was what we were trying to prove. The San Diego IPA is still alive and kicking. And here's to all the brewers who are still doing an awesome job making them. If you have a good one, bring it to us. If you know one that wasn't in this show, put it in the comments below. And maybe we'll do another one of these IPAs because this was fun.
Yeah.
I love drinking good beer. So we had 5 good beers today. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I won't even do my closing. It's all gone to shit.
I need a beer now.
Yeah, we all need a beer.
Well done. Nah.
It was terrible.
Post production will be
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, post production will be awesome.
It'll just be a bunch of dicks on your face. And you'll be all,
You need a lot of help. That one.
Yes. And a complete.
yeah.
What if
We put everything into this show.
One of your regulars comes to mind.
Nuns and
I'm on my
priests.
way from misery to happiness.
Actually, I should just play that as the entry song, right? I'm on the way.
Oh yeah, I need a beer.
Yeah, we all need a beer.
Yeah, I will wait for my turn. Hey, I got a molar down Laura.
I'm on the way towards the